Hello, lads and girls, this is Lord Kicker, and welcome back to another episode of Everlasting Summer. I never liked winter. Perfect. Okay, so though hot summer is not my season either. Just that I see no reason to point out any particular time of the year. It doesn't matter much what the weather is outside when you stay at home 24/7. The bus today was running so late that I was about to curse it all and spend my last few hundred rubles for a taxi. That idea of just returning home didn't cross my mind for some reason. As usual, millions of thoughts flew through my mind, but there was not a single useful one to seize on. Such a thought that you could bring into existence, give a shape, turn it into an idea and put it into practice. Maybe I could start my own business. But where would I get the money from? Or maybe I could go back to working in an office. No way. Maybe I should try freelancing. But what skill do I have? And who would want me after all? You're such a depressing guy. I suddenly remembered my childhood. Or rather, my teen years. The time when I was 15 to 17 years old. Why exactly those years? No idea. I guess it's because back then, everything was much more simple. It was easy to make decisions. So complicated now, and so simple then. Waking up in the morning, I knew exactly how my day was going to pass, and I was always eagerly looking forward to the weekend. Then I could get some rest and have some time for the things I liked. Computer, football, going out with friends. Okay, I thought you said you didn't leave the house much. And then, at the beginning of next week, I take up my studies again. Back then, there were no such worrying questions like why, who needs it, what will change if I do it, or what will not change. A simple lifestyle. So casual for any normal person, and so odd for myself today. The careless childhood age. It was also then that I met my first love. Okay, now it's getting a bit more cheerful here. Her appearance and personality have vanished from my memory. Only her name remains like a brief line from a social network profile, along with the feeling which overwhelmed me when I was with her. affection, tenderness, the desire of care for her and to protect her. Sadly, it didn't last long. Today I can hardly imagine something like that happening. It would probably be like meeting a girl, but I don't know how to start a conversation. What on earth to discuss and how to attract her. Well, I haven't met any suitable girl for a long time. But where could I meet anyone? Not by sitting home, that's for sure. The sound of an engine brought me back to reality. A bus pulled over. There was something abnormal about it, I thought. Then again, it doesn't matter. It's only 410 runs this route. Streetlight passed me by. It's as if there was cold light sparkling inside of me, trying to ignite feelings long dead. Or maybe not ignite, just awaken them. Because those feelings, they have been living in me for a long time, slumbering and waking up again. The driver's radio was playing some very familiar tune. But I wasn't listening to it. I was watching the cars passing by, though I fogged out the window. Because people are always rushing somewhere, chasing something they need. Stuck in their own little worlds, why would they care about mine? They probably have their own serious problems, or maybe they have much easier lives. You can't know for sure, since all people are different. Or are they? Sometimes someone's actions can easily be predicted. But if they try to look inside his soul, you'll only see impenetrable darkness. The bus is approaching downtown and my thoughts were interrupted by the bright city lights. Hundreds of billboards, thousands of cars, millions of people. I was watching the light show. Somehow, I got terribly sleepy. My eyes closed just for a moment and then... Are you gonna have that dream again? Day 1. Bright daylight struck my eyes. At first I didn't pay attention, as I wasn't fully awake yet. On their own, my legs carried me towards the door. Damn, looks like I fell asleep and missed my stop. But there was no door. I looked around the bus and realized that it wasn't a good old worn out VS. Instead the bus was an Icarus model, a new one. I froze in shock. How? What? Am I dead? Have I been kidnapped? No, I must be dead. I patted myself down feverishly, slapped myself painfully in the face a few times, banged my forehead on the back of one of those of the bus seat. It's clear, either I'm still alive or I can still feel pain when you're dead. Or you can still feel pain when you're dead. But how could this happen? Maybe I slept for too long and ended up in the bus depot. And then what did they put me into another bus? Doesn't sound likely, right? I rushed out to take a look around. Greenery? Wherever I looked, tall grass, the roadside trees and flowers. Summer? But how? It was winter just a moment ago. My head was aching unbearably, as if it was going to explode. Slowly, I began to remember. A long road running off into the distance. Forests, plants, fields, lake, and forest again. I think I was sleeping, but then how can I remember all of it? And then the gap. Some girl leaning over me. She softly whispered something in my ear. Then a gap again. And then I woke up here. Who was that strange girl? Or was she just a dream? For some reason, thinking about her made me feel better and calmed me down a little. I felt warmth all over, coming from the inside. Could it be her who brought me here? Then I need to find her. And the best place to look for her is always from here. I rushed to the left and then to the right. Then stopped, hesitating over where to go. Finally, I ran into the direction from which the bus had probably came. Physical exercise does refresh one's mind, though becoming clearer, and it gets a little easier to evaluate the surrounding reality. Not in my case, however. I was sitting on the roadside, wheezing, trying to ease my sore throat, gulping breath of hot air. In any case, the run did its job. The fear would draw for a while. Maybe I really am just dreaming. Though recalling my self-harm on the bus, I immediately rejected the idea. I'm neither dreaming nor dead. A narrow road ran through the fields and far into the distance. That exact same road from my dream. It must be very far away from home. And it's not just that it was winter yesterday and it's summer now. It's the whole environment. Of course, summer is usually like this, green and hot, but everything is not entirely lifelike. Everything looks like it was just taken from the paintings of Russian landscape, artists of the 19th century. The grass is just too lush. The bushes are not like what bushes should be. They are thick. They are so thick that you can't see anything through them. Like treetops, honestly. And the trees themselves. The forest was quite far away, but the trees looked as if they had closed their ranks and were just waiting for the order to advance onto the fields and plains. I caught my breath and looked at the bus, which was now barely visible. That was a good run. Fear overtook me once again. Those power lines. There must be people here. But what does it mean? In fact, that means nothing at all. Could I have power lines even in hell? Hey, you think you're in hell, eh? Looks like a paradise to me. Roasting sinners over hot coals. That's so last century. I must have reached a point of no return, after which you could either lose your mind completely or finally try to understand what is going on. And while I still have a chance, I should pick the second option. I slowly headed back to the bus. Of course, it was scary. But I'm not likely to find an answer in the fields or the woods. And with which buckets of bolts is the only kind of link that I have with the real world. I should carefully scout the area. Hey, isn't this the gate that we looked at in the dream? A brick wall and its gate crowded with Sovunok. Sign. Statue of Pioneer standing on either side. Road. Seen nearby showing the bus route 410. Outlet. Okay. The trip's taking a bit too long today. I smirked. A person might start acting inappropriately in extreme situations. Something like that is probably happening to me right now. Happening to me now, not right. This place didn't look abandoned at all. No rust on the gates. No damage to the wall. Souvenir. What could have a name like that? Judging by the pioneer statues, it could be a kid's summer camp. Moreover, it appears to be open. Of course, the simplest explanation, logically speaking, explains nothing at all. A strange girl that altered bus summer pioneer camp. Thousands of theories went through my mind instantly, from alien abduction to little kid sleeping, from a hallucination to a time and space shift. None was worse than any other, but there was really no way to pick a single one. Then it occurred to me, I can try to make a phone call. I took out my cell phone and dialed the first number from my contact list. But instead of signal strength bars, the screen was showing a thick cross. Alright, there may be no signal in such a remote place. Though I cannot be the only one who came here. Buses doesn't drive himself. I examined the bus from all sides to make sure that it wasn't a hallucination. Bits of dirt on the bottom, some rust here and there, faded paint and worn out tires. Nope, this is definitely a very ordinary Arcadus. Okay, I am actually going to end off here. It seems to be a very slow going game. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But I guess when you welcome into it, I go through this, I would almost call it a long intro. Then I guess the game could be good. I mean, it's getting more cheerful now than it was in the beginning. In the beginning it was like all gloomy and stuff, but yeah, I don't like that beginning. You can try this game out. It's free on Steam, so if you feel you wanna explore it some more. But I'm going to end it off here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Until then, bye bye.